Hey, all my food service, hospitality, or really anyone friends out there, it's Jason Wange in Denver with your day 2 positivity nugget of the day to keep us all moving forward and uplifted. Here's something I want you to do to keep you moving forward. I want you to create proud moments in your life. And here's why that's so important right now. I want you to think of it, I'll give you an analogy. Normally we're watching March Madness right now, and I want you to think of 2 different basketball players. One is a woman who's made 10 free throws in a row. Okay, she's feeling good. She's found her rhythm. There's another woman who is 0 for 10. She hasn't made any. Who do you think's more likely to make their 11th shot? Chances are it's the one who's made 10 in a row. She's feeling good. She's got momentum. She's in a rhythm. She's confident. She can visualize it. It's probably harder for the person who's 0 for 10. So here's what we want to do. In times that are tough, we want to help you get more of those shots so that you're feeling good to take more in the future. One thing to remember right now is that we're in a unique time. Oftentimes, many of us are used to life giving us moments to try to hit a home run, to feel successful, those moments of pride. We're used to going to work where things are going fairly well. We're given an opportunity, and most of us do it well. If you're watching this, chances are you do. Or we're used to having nights planned where we go out with, you go out with the guys, you go out with the girls, you connect with people, you find ways to connect bonds, you find ways to listen to people or care for them. These have all just been happening in our lives for so long, we're just used to it. Well, now we're in a period where it's harder to do that. It's harder to get together, and we need to generate our own ways to create proud moments, which is totally doable. The cool thing in all this is you realize you've got more control over your experience than you realized. So here's a couple things I want you to do to intentionally create proud moments in your life. I want you to take 10, 15 minutes, get a notepad, and I want you to write 4 words on that sheet, and they're over here to my left. First thing I want you to do is I want you to create moments of pride relationally, and then I want you to create moments of pride physically. Then I want you to create moments of pride in terms of self-care and your learning or growth. And last, I want you to create moments of pride at work or in contributions. I'll give you a few. Relationally in my life, I just set a goal this morning. Here's all the areas that I want to create, that I want to feel successful in. I called my family. I called different friends just to check in. It was great relational connections. We also had some friends stop by on our driveway, so we all went out. We lined up chairs. You should have seen us. One family was on this side of the driveway. The other family was on that side, and we got to connect for a half an hour. It was great. When it comes to my physical life, normally I do a quick 7-minute workout every morning to start my day so that if nothing else, at least I've done something. I wasn't feeling great this morning, so our plan is to take a walk with the family for today, which will be great. Get outside. The sun is shining in Colorado, so we'll get some fresh air. The other thing I did is I made a veggie smoothie. I do spinach and veggies and apple and protein powder. So there was another great way I was able to feel proud today physically. In terms of self-care or learning, as we said the other day, laughter is so important right now. So I am committing to watch an episode of The Office, which is just cracking me up right now and which has been a blast. The other thing I'm doing just in terms of self-care and learning is I've never done videos before or anything like this. So I'm spending a lot of time learning and watching other videos of people doing it. Guys like Jake Ballantyne are leading me. I'm watching all his videos on how to do this. I got to talk with Eric McPherson today, which has really been fun. He's got a digital company, so he's teaching me some stuff. In the 4th area, contribution or work. If you're going to work today, way to go. Love it. I hope it's great. Find ways to contribute, continue to lift your company up, lift your coworkers up, etc. For me, we're doing these virtual lunches to connect people. That's been a blast, a fun way to contribute. And every day I'm planning more videos, ways to help out, ways to offer these little nuggets of positivity that hopefully are helpful. Now, here's something else for you. If you're really struggling, in the last week, I've talked to CEOs of companies who are making the hardest decisions of their lives, working to keep their companies going, and I've got a lot of friends who have lost their jobs in the last week. So regardless of where you're at, if you're struggling right now, I want you to remember something. First of all, the bar on how you define success, it's okay if you have to move it. I'll give you an example. My sister is a CrossFitter. She's my younger sister. She's used to going 6 mornings a week, accomplishing all these goals. A few months ago, she hurt her back, so she's not doing CrossFit right now. Just because she can't do CrossFit right now doesn't mean she can't feel pride or feel any levels of success when it comes to her physical body. So she's out walking the dogs and she's out walking with the kids as they ride their bikes. So her bar had to change, right? Her expectations of what success felt like. She was supposed to have surgery tomorrow, which has been postponed. But once she gets surgery, her back's feeling better. Eventually she'll be back in the gym and she'll increase her goals again and set that bar higher on how she defines success. It's okay right now If it's a tougher day, it's not what you're used to and your bar needs to drop a little bit. Sometimes in our house we say, hey, just making it through a day is a win. So sometimes that's okay. Just know that. Give yourself grace. The second thing, here's what I want you to do. If it's a particularly tough day and you're struggling, you're like, I can't even make goals for tomorrow on ways to feel successful, I want you to look in the past. I did this at a conference back in 2015. Jack Canfield had us do this exercise where he said, okay, I want you to break your life up into thirds. The first third, second third, and the third third. And what I want you to do is find a couple of areas in each of those time frames where you accomplish something successful. And what this ends up doing, it ends up reminding us of all the ways we've been successful, the ways we've been proud in our life. You've been way more pride than you might feel right now, and it's going to remind us of ways we have, okay? In my own life, the first third, I graduated high school. That was a proud moment. Next, I was a lacrosse player, and I won a Spirit Award, which in retrospect might have been their way of saying you weren't very good, but you contributed something. I'll take it. It was pretty fun. In the second third of my life, I fought through with a whole lot of people around me. Depression, survived that, and ended up thriving out of that, which has been great. I got married to the girl of my dreams. We've been married 15 years, had some incredible kids. And then I taught at an at-risk school, which is a really unique opportunity. And then I got to be what was called an instructional coach when I was a teacher. So I got to teach teachers. It was a really fun experience. In the last third of my life, I got to own a business and help lead an incredible team, which has been a highlight. And then back in 2016, my buddy Matt Bird and I, we both won the Above and Beyond Award when we both represented Rubbermaid back in the day, which was another moment of pride. So here's what I want you to do. If you're struggling, go back. Go backward, break your life into thirds, and find moments that you've accomplished something that you can feel proud of. That will help fill you up and give you the momentum to create those goals for tomorrow. Hopefully it was helpful. Please remember, we got this. You're going to be okay. We're going to be okay. If you need to talk, feel free to reach out. Happy to connect and just listen, share whatever you need. Stay well.